race number 3, 100 lap tonight at Chicagoland Speedway, located in Joliet, Illinois. Take a look at the track here at Chicagoland Speedway. Mile and a half. Not really one of those cookie cutters. It's a mile and a half track, but man, I think it's a different feel here, really it is. Dana Grover in the 8X. Dana going to have a new car in the car set very soon. New paint scheme there. Haven't seen the paint scheme yet, so be excited to get that in the paint in the car set. TracksVR also in here. But Givaldo's asking, man, who is going to win this race? I got to get my pick in here. My pick tonight is going to be Craig Marizan. Dana Grover in the 8X starts 14th. So that's the starting order here tonight. Let's take a look at the keys to the race here tonight. These are my keys to the race. Tire management here at Chicagoland Speedway.
Driver, start your engine!
Dana Grover starts 14th. All right, here we go. Green, green, green. Jesus is kind of falling back there a little bit. He might have some damage in that 22 car. He's now back to the 11th position. Guys, I think, starting to make some pit stops, maybe. He's got a yellow flag. Dana Grover on the inside that 8X car in the infield, and I heard some contact. Dana Grover, ahead of steam there, trying to get up through a couple cars, and then contact with the 12. And it comes across, and he's going to back this into the wall. Oh, my heavens, man, that car hit a ton in the back end. Dana Grover, I think he spun. Right there, he's got a ton of damage, man. That car is just absolutely boogered up. Looks like we had some connection issues here. Uh-oh, looks like we've had some connection issues. Very interesting. All right, looks like we are back. So we will do 80 laps, and we're going to reset the grid by using the qualifying order. So a little bit of a reboot, minus 20 laps. 90 will lead the field to take the green flag. Vieta got a good start on that first one. We'll see if he can't repeat this time. Outside line's good early, but I think the inside line looks like Robillard might have been ready for that start. Waldo Spindola and Dana Grover here battling it out. Dana Grover in the 8X car. Trying to get by Givaldo Spindola. Grover not able to pull out that pass. We're starting to get some guys make pit stops here. Ed Palumbo on pit lane, maybe a little bit of an early pit, 50-54. He is pitting about a lap earlier, so we're starting to hear guys indicate they're coming down pit lane. Robillard on pit lane here in the 90. He's had a strong car here, so a little bit of an early pit stop for the 90 car. Robillard has a penalty. We're getting some indication that Todd Robillard sped on pit lane. You know what that means? The copper's out. Winking at Todd right there. And Todd having to do the penalty for speeding on pit lane. Dana Grover is the race leader. Jesus Iglesias on pit lane, shown in the second position, but Grover still has not made a pit stop here. So he's the race leader. See the 4 of RJ Vieta coming back out on track on that bottom line. So Dana Grover is the race leader. John Stanley coming down pit lane. Oh, look at that. Dana Grover off the track. He's coming down pit lane. You got to be very careful here. Hard on the brakes to keep from speeding. Dana Grover making a pit stop. We got a yellow flag here as Dana Grover finishing up his pit stop. So a yellow flag. Oh my heavens, man. These guys are finishing up pit stops. Let's see what happened. Meg Marizan up on the outside line. Oh, and the 1X gets up the track, gets into the 60 car, and then, oh, hard into the wall. These guys making pit stops now. Some of these guys have just come back off pit lane anyway, so maybe staying out. And Lucas Sinfner is coming down pit lane. And that's going to give the race lead to Dana Grover, I believe. Thiago, did I say Thiago? Givaldo, Thiago, Colin, Dana. Different players here up front. All right, back to green. Back to green is the 8X. Gets a good jump there on that restart. And the 13 looking to get around here early on this restart. Not able to do it here. So you can tell that 13 wants by. He's pressuring that 8X machine. This guy's running away a little bit. Bardelli Jr. and Sean Jacobs battling it out. Look at this. They're about ready to go 3 wide. Ed Palumbo's in this mix as well. 24-54 in the 91, battling it out. Well, Brown down to the inside, getting by that 91. Bardelli Jr. now back to 6th. Dana Grover still leading. Got some company though. 13, 24 on the move. Sean Jacobs on the move right now. He's been fast. He's down to the inside, maybe a little bit of help from Ed Palumbo. Up to the outside, Sean Jacobs using this outside line here, side by side. He could get a little risky early in the run. Take a look at this pass here from the 13 car, getting by the 8X. 8X drifts up, and the 13 uses that opening to get by. And that's going to be a little bit of a freight train, I think. Looking out of the back of Colin Madiak's machine, see Dana Grover up on the high line there. Is Paul Brown getting by. Claudio Bardelli Jr. also getting by, I believe. Preston Hassel and Dana Grover here battling. Preston Hassel in the 27. The 8X of Dana Grover up on the high line. Preston Hassel getting by and taking over P7. Oh, Iglesias hard on the brakes. Almost got into Dana Grover. He had a head of steam as well. Got a huge draft here, and we'll watch this. Take a look at this. Watch the back end of this car get squirrely. Right there, man. He gets squirrely there. Almost comes around. Just gets into that 8X machine. Something's happened to Colin Madiak. We got a yellow flag. Got down into the 9X machine, and then the 13 gets up the track. Oh, and hard into the wall. Looks like he and Thiago Gomez got together. Bardelli Jr.'s secondary incident here. Watch this. Bardelli Jr. just, I think he was looking down and didn't expect to come up on the 54 so fast, and then just kind of a panic. Yeah, he must have been checking some gauges or something, and they got into the 54. Dana Grover staying out on track. See Dana Grover coming down pit lane. John Stanley peeking down pit lane. Maybe he's got something up his sleeve here with some fuel mileage situation. So keep your eye on this 12. The die-hard sponsored Mustang crew may have a little pit strategy up their sleeve. We'll see. Paul Brown will lead the field to take the green flag here to start lap 54. We're back to green. That last run was aggressive. What's it going to be like now? These guys still have to make another pit stop. They cannot make it on fuel. We got a quick yellow here. Tons of guys sideways. Cautions break cautions. Take a look here. Joliet goes to the outside and got into Preston Hassel, it looks like. The 8X of Dana Grover will start in the third position. Here we go. The pace car is off. Here we go. Back to green. There out to a good jump, as a good lead there as the 12 car following him. But out of the back, Todd Robilard's machine, they're getting after it there. Oh! Somebody's in the wall. Looks like Argivetta might be in the wall. No, that's Jesus Iglesias. He's in the wall. And they are wrecking. Dana Grover came around. There was contact right there between the 24 and the 22. And then they're 4 wide, and the 24 gets into the 8X, and then there's all heck breaking loose. Dana Grover up in the wall, 54 up in the wall. Something happened to that 8X machine. Right here, and I don't know if there was contact or not, but he ends up drifting up right there. He gets into Sean Jacobs. They were 3 wide. We're going back green here. Getting aggressive right now. Oh, pitched into the wall. We gotta have a caution flag. Looks like the 7 had gotten into the wall. You know, I don't know if they were gonna make that anyway. And then Cavaldo down into the 8X. Dana Grover, here we go. The pace car's in, and we're gonna start lap 76, scheduled to go 80 laps. They're sideways. Marazon is sideways, and he's down spinning. Yellow flag coming out. Drifting up there is that 27 car, and he gets into the 60. And then those guys, 60 car spins, but those guys go on. Remember, these guys didn't come down pit lane, so they're going to be starting on, you know, a few bits of rubber off that those tires. So not pristine. And you see the 90 car spins the back of that car. Pinching him down is the 24. The 90 gathers it up. Little help from the 91. 90 car inches out here. Now, does he have the muscle here to hold on to this thing? Don't get out there too far. Getting out too far is going to be a bad deal. He's in a spot where he wants to be, because if a caution flag flies, 77 and the 22 and the 91 getting after it here, but if this caution flag comes out, he's in a great position. Paul Brown in second, gets by Bardelli Jr. Jesus Iglesias, he's trying to get by the 91. The 12 car and the 24 car getting after it. Todd Robillard out there, he's probably out a little bit too far. The 77 closing in. Down the backstretch on the last lap, 1 to go here. The 90 car trying to hold on. He has the muscle, I think, to come off this turn and get this race win. The 90 car, Todd Robillard, picks up the win here in the Windy City. Dana Grover 13th, Gilmar Peixoto, Preston Hassel 14th and 15th. You see Lucas Infer finishes in the 16th position.